I just got back from vacation from Mexico, and yes, this is not a fake tan. And maybe for some of you, I don't even look that tan. But for a lot of you, you're going to realize that, yes, Jared did not shave his head for the last 2 weeks, and I'm starting to look like a chia pet. But I'm super excited to talk about the 24 to 105 lens that I brought on vacation. This is the f4. Obviously, it's small. It's not the 2.8 version of that. And since it is small, it brought a buddy. And the buddy was the 70 to 200 f4. And they're pretty close in size. You can't see a big difference between this except when you extend them, and still it's not even a huge difference. Now, obviously this video is specifically for the 24 to 105, and is it a good option for you? Or should you look elsewhere and still accompany it with a 70 to 200 like this because it is super light? Or does this, with its overlap, not need a 70 to 200? And this is the only lens that you need on your vacation. Well, we're going to find out. Welcome back to the channel. I am Jared Hoyman, and you are on the crazy train of technology because I'm pretty obsessed, especially, and you all know this by now who have been here, Canon. Yes. Is there a Canon fanboy in the house? Guilty. And I love the RF mount. As a Canon shooter for the last 20 plus years, the RF mount has been amazing. The glass has been great. And the L series is no exception. So let's go out in the field. We're going to do a little bit of focus testing here, and we're going to see how this looks in that. And we're going to also look at flare as well. How does that flare look directly in the sun? So after we do those little tests and examples, we're going to come back in here. I'm going to tell you who I think this lens is for, what scenarios it is good for, what scenarios and people it is not good for, because some of you, it may not be the best option, and there might be some other alternatives that would benefit you even better. So let's get out there and we'll come back in. So we are at 24 millimeter here in the North Woods, and the ISO is 100, 1/60th, so not quite that 1/50th over, which would be the perfect 180 degree shutter because I'm shooting at 24 frames per second. But I'm already a little blown out in a standard profile, so I had to manipulate it a little bit so I can actually be close to that. The f4, so widest open, and this is what that tracking looks like. So we'll get out a shot and then back in. So focus is good on the R6 II along with the 24 to 105 f4. And so this is what that looks like. Let's go to 50 millimeters. So we're gonna jump from 24 to 50. So 50 millimeters, you get a little bit more dramatic with 50. 35, 50, awesome focal lengths. I really like them. If you wanna see what 35 looks like, I skipped it, but let's just go over to 35 so you have an idea. So here's the 35 millimeter. Yeah, that's right, I had to think what I was saying. 35 millimeter full frame, 35 millimeter focal length, right? So that is what that looks like. And at f4, not bad. Let's go back to 50. So 50 there. A little bit of tracking, I'll come out of frame. And I gotta tell you, it's the end of January 31st at the time of filming this. I can't believe how warm it is. It is in the 40s here in Wisconsin, probably about 44 degrees. And I'm in the North Woods. Right now, we're used to like negative degrees, but it is warm and I'm not used to this. It's pretty nice. Let's jump to 70 millimeters. So 70 millimeters, this is what the bokeh looks like in the background. I got the tracking. So even at f4, you get decent bokeh. Went out of frame, I'm gonna come back into frame. And what I love about this 24 to 105, the RF version, it is a little bit lighter than the EF version, and you don't need the adapter. It also is just smooth. The whole ring is smooth for the zoom. it just works so well. It is a great lens to have. And I know some of you have said that you might have gotten a soft copy, or maybe it's the focus. I have not had that issue on this lens, at least this version. So I will tell you there are sharper lenses in the RFL mount, and I'll talk about those in just a little bit. Let's move from the 70mm and jump to 85. 85 is a good portrait one that everybody wants to do, so f4 85. 85, and I'm in just about the same spot as I was before. So let's back up and get in the entire frame. So now we're past the point of the 24 to 72.8. Obviously it just goes to 70, but this goes to 85 and 105. So you get that extra. So this is kind of what you'll get beyond the 70 to the 105 right there. So how does that look for you guys? Pretty nice. Let's jump ahead and go all the way to 105. Not bad. Got that blurred out, that compression. So the background came in closer. My face became a little bit flatter at 105. Wow, it is nice out here today. This is how Wisconsin should be in the winter all the time. It's bearable. And this lake, holy cow, look at the lake. It's frozen over, but it's so warm, I would not want to go out there. I feel like I would just fall right through, but it is beautiful. Here's the thing, let's do an IBIS test at 24mm walking around. I'll do a little vlog, then I'll do kind of a straight shot, and let's see what the IBIS looks like out here. So here I am handheld, and I am just doing one arm. Proof, I do not have a third arm holding it. So yeah, this is what it is like. I will mention that the versatility of 24 to 105 is great on vacation. There are so many shots that I thought I wouldn't get, especially with the monkey in the tree. My kids, we did not expect to see a monkey in the tree on our resort, but it is not a zoo. It was wild, came down, and it was awesome to get that reach. And it gave me enough time where I got a few shots out at 105. I wanted some extra reach. I swapped lenses to the 70 to 200 RF f4 and got even closer in on that. Awesome. And if I had an R7, I would get extra reach with that 105 as well. But what you can do with this at the 24 is pretty good. You can vlog on a full frame 24, and the sun stars on this, I don't know if you can see it here, but the sun stars I got in a lot of shots on my vacation looked really good. I'm super impressed by this. It kind of reminds me of the 14 to 35 sun stars, which have a unique look to them. Here in the video, I'm not sure if it's actually going to show that, but in photos that I've done and some other videos have looked great, especially at 5.6 or f8 outside. It does look good. But you tell me what you think of these shots. Is it sharp enough? How is the glare? I have found that the chromatic aberration has been pretty controlled, and so has any sun flare as well. We're in the sun right now, so I'm just trying to show you what that looks like. The contrast is pretty good on any L series lens. When it comes to the RF and even the EF, when it comes to L series, they just perform really well. The contrast is always really good on Canon. So just zooming in at 200%, and that is what the contrast looks like. And obviously for this shot, I have the ISO at 800 in the middle of the day because I wanted to make sure that my shutter was fast enough in case he was moving around. This is the shot, 105. This is the most I could reach with this up in the tree. I will tell you the 70 to 200 blows the 24 to 105 out of the water when it comes to detail and contrast. So it is hard to compare that. Now the 70 to 200 isn't the best walk around lens, but if you're looking for stuff in the tree, this is it. So be honest, what do you think of the monkey? I know, he should have worn a diaper or something, but you know, when you got it, you flaunt it apparently in the jungle. It's jungle love. But which one of these captured that jungle love the most? Well, obviously the 70 to 200. It zooms in a lot more. But if you don't have this thing on you And that monkey is moving around quite a bit below and up above, if you know what I mean. This 24-105 is a lot more versatile than the 70-200. The 70-200 is absolutely amazing when it comes to portraiture and sharpness. And yes, I did notice a difference in contrast and sharpness when it comes to this, but a lot of it could be because of the detail it's picking up and how close it can zoom in. This does zoom in. If I got closer to subjects, then yes, but a lot of these subjects are moving. Those subjects are my kids, by the way. They're constantly moving and it's hard to get up to them, but they're moving in and out, and that's where the 24-105 actually does shine. But if you actually have a planned photo shoot, which I did with my kids because I made them do it, and my wife, because then I could tell them exactly where to go and how to pose and where to look. Whereas the 24-105 is absolutely perfect for the candid shots, for those that you're just kind of walking around and you're not sure exactly what you're going to shoot, but you know something's going to happen. That's where the 24-105 does shine. But if you can plan those shoots out, the 70-200 is absolutely stunning and amazing. So that being said, if I could only take one of these on vacation, it obviously is the 24-105 because I need that versatility. But the good news is about today's technology and vacations is you could take the 24-105, but the majority of the time, my pictures were taken by my iPhone 15 Pro. And I've actually enjoyed those photos and videos more because I took a lot more of them. Now, when I had the time to actually have my camera with me, the R6 II with this lens or this lens on it, yes, I appreciate the look of those photos, but I could not get every photo I wanted. Everything is very candid when you're on vacation. You don't know when it's going to happen, but you have your phone on you. And it's just easy to take that out and do the photos. That being said, will I use this lens outside of vacation, the 24-105? And as of right now, the answer is yes. I will be using this, and it's mostly going to be for video work at f4, 5.6, and f8 when I'm actually doing more documentary stuff outside and tutorial videos like I'll be doing in the near future on this channel. This will be the lens of outside. I will continue to use my 24-70 2.8 for a lot of indoor shots. Also my 15-35 2.8 for indoor shots. But when it comes to real estate, my 14-35, because of the long shutters you could do on a tripod, are going to be the main one. And the 24-105 is going to be obviously huge. And the 70-200, well, that is an outdoor lens for me. And those work excellent. And they're light. Now here's the thing, I have grown the RF lenses quite a bit in my arsenal, and I have decided that I am going to do a comparison video of f4. I'm going to look at the 14-35, I'm going to compare the overlap with the 24-105, and then I'm going to compare that 24-105 with the 70-200 f4, because I believe the f4 trilogy is really a good set for most people. And if you're like me, you might want both sets for different kinds of scenarios. So I'm going to do that, and eventually I'm going to do the 2.8 version. It's going to be the 15-35 versus the 24-70 with those overlaps, and eventually the 70-200 with that 24-70 2.8. So then it really will come down to the f4 trilogy versus the f2.8 trilogy. What is best for all of you? So if that is something you definitely want to see, don't forget to like this video, subscribe, make a comment below, because if there's a comparison in there that you really do want to see, I'm willing to do it. I just need to know what you're looking for. If you're interested in any of these lenses, feel free to check them out in the links below. I put them out there all beautifully for you. You just have to click on them, take a look. It's no extra cost to you, but it does help support this channel. And again, I appreciate every single one of you out there for watching this video and watching any other future video, like the ones over there. You probably want to check them out if you haven't already. And if you did, you probably want to watch them again. They're just that good. It's like reruns of The Office. You just keep learning something new and being entertained.